All right, what's going on everybody? Carter here from CourseCreatorPro.com, and today we are going to be talking about how to maximize your Facebook ads with this one simple strategy. Now there are literally thousands of Facebook how-to videos floating around the internet, some good, some bad, but most get lost in the weeds with techniques and strategies that one, aren't evergreen, and two, don't work for every product or every funnel. Now the key strategy that you should be utilizing with any ad selling any product is a little something we like to call test time. So now you're probably asking yourself, why do they call it test time? That is because 100% of the time you should be testing all the time. Yes, you heard that right. Whether it's headlines, the photo, ad copy, thumbnails, audiences, calls to actions, or your landing pages, you should be A/B testing different options to see which one works the best. It doesn't matter how much we think we know about a certain ad or audience, we are constantly testing to get the best possible returns on our ads and are always surprised with the results, which is just another way of saying what we think will work best usually doesn't. Now you have put countless hours and dollars into creating your products and your ads, and it would be a shame not to capitalize on that time and energy spent by getting an absolute best return on your ads as well. This may seem like a simple strategy, but I guarantee that some of you watching this right now have stopped doing this or never started altogether, and don't make that mistake. Now when it comes to A/B testing our ads, we have two very simple rules. Rule number one, and the most important thing about testing, so important that if you only remember one thing from this video or stop watching it completely right after this, is that you should only test one thing at a time. If you A/B test two identical ads with different headlines, we can easily see which headline works the best. If we change both headlines and the photo of the ad, then we have no idea whether the new photo or the new headline is to blame for the change in performance and have essentially learned nothing. So remember, only change one variable in each of your tests. Now it won't take a lot of time or a lot of money to see which ad is your winner. We like to let our ads run for about 2 to 3 days or $20 to $30 total before we make any decisions. The three metrics that we use to gauge success are cost per clicks, cost per leads, and cost per purchases. Now take a look at this recent ad where we tested 3 headlines. After a week, headline 2 had the lowest cost per click, lead conversions, and the most purchases. Had we just run the initial headline that we thought would do the best, headline 1, we would be sitting with an ad that is bringing in less than half the purchases as headline 2 and would have missed out on hundreds and eventually thousands of dollars. Luckily, we ran this test for about $100 total and we're left with a higher converting ad. Now, it's not always this straightforward. You will run into instances where the ad with the lowest cost per click or cost per lead is the ad with the most purchases. This can be a bit confusing and frustrating at times, but at the end of the day, purchases are the goal. And if they're not, they should be. Now, I know some of you are saying that you run ad campaigns for leads and not purchases, but ultimately leads don't keep you in business. Purchasers do. So we'd suggest letting a test with mixed results like this run a couple extra days to see if it provides a little more clarity, but if not, we would recommend moving forward with the ad that is bringing in the most purchases. Now, rule number 2 of testing is don't stop. Test, 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 and then test some more. After performing the headline test, it would be tempting to stop, but keep going. There are a lot more variables to test and even more room for improvement in your ad. Now, there is no right way or correct order to test, but here's what generally works for us. Upon starting a new ad, we will first test out the 3 different headlines as we talked about before. Again, do not change anything else in your ad. Everything else should be identical. Now, once we have a winning headline, we typically test out different photos on our photo ads or thumbnails on our video ads. In addition to the headline, the photo or thumbnail is the first thing that your customer sees, so it's important that we test different options and not leave anything up to chance. Now I should note here that sometimes instead of testing a thumbnail on a video ad, we will instead test for different hooks. We refer to the first 3 to 5 seconds of our ads as the hook. Headlines only flash on screen for a split second before the video starts playing, as the majority of people on social media have autoplay enabled. Now, if that is the case, they are almost guaranteed to see the first 3 seconds of your ad. A solid A/B test here can make a world of difference on your ad's performance. Now, if you are getting the results that you want, you might stop testing there, but if you really want to maximize your ads, then you'll keep going as you hone in closer and closer to the perfect ad. Like we said, ad copy, audiences, call to actions, landing pages are all aspects of your funnel that you should be A/B testing with your ads. Now, if you have conflicting ideas surrounding an ad or uncertain of which 2 paths will convert better, don't stress. Just test. I just made that up. I'm on a roll. You can sit and debate over which one will perform better till the cows come home, or simply run an A/B test and get some real tangible data that you can learn and move forward with. Now, hopefully that gives you some actionable steps that you can start taking on your next ad campaign. And remember, when in doubt, test it out. I'm just kidding. Just made that up too. Boom. Now remember, rule number 1, just test one thing at a time. And rule number 2, don't stop testing. Keep trying new things, keep testing new ideas, and you'll start to really maximize your ad results like never before. But that's it for this video. If you are interested in learning more, we do have a free 1-hour training that goes into detail on how we market and sell products online. Like I said, it's free and it's pretty jam-packed with valuable information for anyone in the digital marketing space. A to Z, we go through our entire 7-figure funnel and walk you through how to replicate it in your own business. We'll put a link for that down below in the description, but if you have any further questions, please let us know.